When you start having comps with tons of layers like this, it can become really tedious trying to find the layer you want to select it, say to add effects or to adjust it or something. And adjusting the timeline panel like this every time you want to access a layer is really annoying and takes away from your workflow. So I'm going to give you two quick tips for selecting layers quickly. Number one, you'll notice that in the timeline panel, there's a number column here, and it gives you the number of the layer. And each layer is assigned a number in that order. And if you were to click and drag to reassign these, obviously the numbers would change. But if you wanted to select a certain layer and you knew the number of the layer, you could simply type that number on the numeric keypad. So if I wanted to apply, for example, an effect to the sword layer, I could simply type 5 on the numeric keypad and then just double click the effect in the Effects and Presets panel. To select a layer with a 2 or 3 digit number, just type the number quickly. So 14, for example, left thigh, I'll just type 1 4 and it gets me there. Make sure again that you're on the numeric keypad of your keyboard and not the main numbers on your keyboard, because as we saw earlier in this chapter, those main numbers will go to numbered markers and not select different layers. So be aware of that. Now, when you have a layer selected, if you want to bump up to the next layer above it or below, you could use the Command key and the up arrow key on the Mac, or a Control up arrow, down arrow on the PC. So if I hold Command up arrow, you can see that I navigate through these different layers. Down arrow, I go back down to select different layers. So a lot of times I'll want to select or apply the same effect to multiple layers. So I could just select one and then apply it, and then just do Command down arrow or Control down arrow on the PC and apply that, and keep going that way. So between these two keyboard shortcuts, Command up and down arrow or Control up and down arrow, and also the numerical selection of individual layers, these really add a lot when you have complex projects with tons of layers.